We ought to keep watch, lest we be set upon from behind. What? Oh, 'twas but a trick of the light.
Malcolm, thank goodness you are unharmed. You have my eternal gratitude, Sir Arisen. Now I can breathe freely at last.
Sir Kendrick, you'll never believe what I've found. Books, sir. Books, books, and more books. It's like some sort of secret workshop.
Truly, perhaps we ought to take a look.
We ought not lose sight of our guide. I quite agree. How are we to get through this door? We are under attack!
Over here. Come.
Heavens above!
Isn't it amazing? And I found it. Me.
'Tis quite a find indeed. Is this some manner of archive? Why, I've ne'er seen so many books. This collection must be worth a fortune. 'Tis a veritable treasure trove of wisdom. Might I ask that you not share the existence? We cannot allow the knowledge accumulated here to be misused or mistreated. We ought to entrust its care to someone worthy, someone who can appreciate its... As for you, Malcolm, I forbid you from telling anyone else about this place. 'Twill be our little secret. Understood?
Oh, but...
However, in exchange for your silence, you may come and go as you please. Let's investigate this place's secrets together, eh?
It near boggles the mind that so impressive an archive slumbered here. 'Tis surely any scholar's dream. You have my support.
The books ne'er seem to end.
Visibility is poor here. Be wary of enemies lying in ambush.
Keep your eyes peeled.
Well fought, Arisen.
Water is nigh invisible in this gloom. No few times has an overconfident step soaked my boats.
Ah, yes. That sounds familiar.
Something smells divine. I didn't sleep all week last night.
I quite like it here.
If that is your destination, we cannot follow. But know that your return is eagerly awaited.
So tight. I'd kick just about anywhere.
Well? Oh, to think such a place existed. Oh, very curious. Guide me outside, then. If you can deliver me...
Tis no easy thing, making a living solely.
Tis good to be reunited.
This should be fun. If you truly are arisen, then I swear to someday repay this debt I owe. Words may be wind, but there's naught else I can offer you at present. Pray, mayhap the knowledge I've gained reading tomes of Eld could be of some use to you.
Shall we report this development to Captain Bront?
Look as long as you please.
Oh, what does this say?
Welcome to the Star Drop. We serve all manner of fine ales here. Come back anytime.
There is much we ought to tend to. If we are to strengthen your Majesty's I bear word from Regent Ken Sven, your Majesty. He espied the delivery of a suspicious package to a man named Allard, a minister who happens to be one of the Queen Regent's staunchest and most powerful allies in the palace. From the pains he took to remain on scene, 'tis plain that Allard wished this delivery kept away from prying eyes. That alone is reason to suspect a connection to Deeza's schemes. We must get to the bottom of it. The Regent Kin intends to call Allard to his chambers come nightfall. He bids you to use this opportunity to search the Minister's chambers and see if there's aught to be learned. What say you, Your Majesty? Are you willing to undertake this? I shall ensure that the door to the Minister's chambers is open between midnight and dawn. Pray.
I am confident we shall see this
There is much we ought to tend to. It seems Magistrate Wardor has been safely delivered from his cell. The man's dedication to justice shall doubtless be a great boon to our cause. Mayhap 'twould be prudent to visit the man on occasion and avail yourself of his vast stores of wisdom. He might... Now, would you be so kind as to return the key I lent you? I thank you. Pray, take this. Consider it...
outstanding. A laudable result. Just what I would expect of the Arisen. 'Tis vital that we rest and regain our strength before moving on. You wouldn't want...
Fine place to harvest some ingredients.
No harm in picking a few.
We shall remain here.
When does my watch end? My townspeople.
I've got to keep moving.
Damn near enough.
Such quietude is a blessing.
Would that such peace reigned eternal.
Too quiet here for my liking.
Our soldiers need better training.
We have arrived.
You... follow me!
I'm in fine dress. I kip just about anywhere.
Follow me! Follow me! 'Tis best you move along. Pray, be cautious.
I wish the Minister would be more careful. He takes the sentinel posted outside his chambers with him everywhere. There are times when no one's standing watch there at all.
Aye, it happened just yesterday, in fact. put me in the right state when I saw the door unguarded. Still, I suppose there's not much to worry about. It's not as if we let thieves wander around the palace, eh?
What to do about combat training?
Not a bit poor whatever happens here, anyhow.
Oh, wait, your equipment's coming.
Business could be so pressing that I must be summoned at...
I would not presume to know, my lord. However, it must be a highly sensitive matter for the Regent Kin to request a private audience.
Or perhaps the boy has finally grown wise to the benefits my favor can bring. He might just be his mother's puppet, but at least he knows what's good for him.
My lord, if someone were to overhear...
Oh, unwring your hands, you fool! As if anyone in this palace would dare say a word against me. Now, if Wilhelmina calls, tell her to await me in my chambers. I will return presently. What are you doing in here? I don't recognize you. Guards, seize the intruder.
Time for sleep.
Some of us get complacent. I train them. Not good will come of this.
Surely none more important than this. I speak of the ascension of the Sovereign.
Indeed. But that, Your Grace, would be better discussed in the presence of your mother.
Well, well. Yours isn't a face I'm accustomed to seeing around the palace. How did you get in here?
Oi!
goes there? Who's there?
Tut, tut. Now, this just won't do. How's a lady supposed to work with all these interruptions?
Oh, 'tis you, Lady Wilhelmina.
Mm-hmm. Do excuse us. We thought to enjoy a little fresh air. Though we had hoped for slightly more privacy, if you catch my meaning.
Apologies, milady. But might I ask the name of your companion?
Are you sure it would be wise? Such knowledge has been known to cost a man his head.
Understood, milady. If anyone asks, I shall say I saw naught.
A narrow escape. You should count yourself lucky that he was so easily flustered. I don't appreciate having my motives questioned. I did as I saw fit. Need I say more? Still, you are welcome to come calling, should the fancy take you, and should you have the gold for it. Off you go now.
There are few places where I can let down my guard.
Only person I believe in is myself.
It seems you've made a discovery regarding the false sovereign.
This ladder looks sturdy enough to climb. Ah, excellent find.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim as a true Arisen. So the acting chief of Melve was blamed. I suspect this is some ploy of the Queen Regent and her ilk to lay claim to the village territory. However, I've heard no report of her capture as of yet. It may well be that she is safe. Perchance, she has fled somewhere outside of Deesa's reach. Is there aught else you would speak of, Your Majesty? I know this sigil well. 'Tis the crest of the neighboring country of Batal, a land with which Vermin has no official dealings at present. Let me see. It reads, "True to our word, we offer you the power of the Godsway. Pray make haste in securing Melve, that all might be made ready ere our plans are set in motion." A meager clue, to be certain. Though, 'tis clear that the Queen Regent conspires with Batal. This does not bode well at all. Though the political situation is stable at present, much blood has been spilled between Vermund and its neighbor in the past. I fear such a partnership would only portend the drawing of more. At any rate, 'twould seem our search has led us to only more questions. Chief among them, what is meant by securing Melve and this Godsway? I will investigate these matters as best I can. In the interim, Your Majesty, should you have time to spare, might you make for Melve? Only once we have gleaned a fragment of the Queen Regent's plot can we begin to and ere it slips my mind, pray.
Queen Regent Deesa appears to be working in concert with this Phaser's fellow. But what precisely is their aim?
Welcome to the... We serve all manner of fine ales here. Always a pleasure.
I'm not sure what's best. I have to ask around town. Hail, friend. Have you a spare moment? I've an eye for people, and my instincts tell me you're of trustworthy ilk. I'm in a bit of a quandary, you see. I'm to be gone for a week, with no one slated to mind the house in my stead. Fear not, I only ask your name to list as a tenant. You needn't bother yourself with the cleaning, and I don't expect you to stay cooped up in there neither. I'd be much obliged if you'd simply consider my home a waypoint on your travels. Sound appealing? Then come on by and have a look-see. I've taken the liberty of marking...
Follow me, if you would.
Weary at this hour, sir? You must have quite a tale to tell. Much obliged.
Welcome. This looks as good a place as any.
At last we've arrived. Delivery in hand. We ought to make the delivery now, lest it should end up lost or misplaced. Right you are.
Oh, I can't find a silver stone anywhere. Oh, just look how it shines. Say, aren't you curious who I want to meet? Well, I'll tell you. My mother and father. I don't even know what they look like, you know. Not to say I'm unhappy at the gracious hand, of course. But I'd really like to meet them, even just once. I want to tell them how grateful I am that they gave me life. Oh, it's so shiny. Oh, hi, Arisen. You'll help me again if I need it, won't you? Please say yes.
Miss Daphne seemed pleased with our efforts. Mayhap we ought to pay her an...
Oh, it's so...
Oh, it's not right. It doesn't make any sort of sense. The doctor examined him afore and said he'd be better with a bit of medicine. Yet e'er since he came here, he's only gotten worse.
I understand how you must feel. But you must see that your son's health continues to wane. There is no medicine that can heal him outright. He requires proper treatment. I am caring for him as best I can. I beg only for your patience. However, if you truly cannot entrust him to me, perhaps you would care to take him home with you instead. Mayhap convalescing in a place familiar to him would aid his recovery. Of course, I would be sure to visit him as oft as I am able.
Home, you say?
Dear, we are pressed enough as 'tis.
All right, he stays. But pray, bring my son back to health.
I will look after him. I swear it.
That woman's taking...
Will he truly be all right?
Near in my...
I know. It's a secret.
Chaos in the world. A moment's prayer can do a...
I fear I've much to...
This is a place of prayer.
someone help me. Oh. Oh.
Medicine? Medicine! Now! Just yonder looks to be a good spot for harvesting ingredients. Shall we see if there's aught to be found while we're here? It is hard to find my footing in this darkness.
With the aid of Sir Kendrick and his helper in locating certain documents, I believe I finally grasped the true nature of this place. 'Twas a royal library that was sealed off by a sovereign of some generations past. In a bid to pass the throne on to his own descendants, this sovereign attempted to consign our kingdom's histories to oblivion. Alas, 'twould seem that, no matter the age, the avarice of those in power is all but guaranteed. Yet 'tis clear it serves them not, almost laughably so. The sovereign's line ultimately fell to ruin, and now this library, so laboriously sealed, has been discovered. What can we learn from this? Those who make light of history are doomed to be crushed under its heel. Fine timing, sir, fine timing indeed. I've need of your services, you see. My time in that tenebrous jail has only hastened the deterioration of my eyesight. I stare at the page, but the letters stubbornly refuse to take shape. Yet these, oh, alas, they were confiscated at the time of my imprisonment. As I recall, prisoners' possessions are held within the palace storeroom. 'Tis a place to which, though as I hear it, masquerades are being held of late. Masquerades with a great many attendees, if you catch. Should you happen to enter the venue, mayhap you would find an opportunity. What say you? Would you consider? I am in your debt. With those spectacles in hand, I might actually get... Pray, infiltrate the venue and find the storeroom. You are my only hope.
Anything's better than this. Even a grace.
Weapons are simple enough to procure if we have the coin.
Got something for...
You've come! Glad so. What say you? Would you care to live here in my absence? As I've said, you need many thanks, friend. I knew I could count on you.
We will find much better rest in an abode than out in the elements, methinks. Let us make good use of it while we can. You have my... Put. We must rest, though the sun is still up.
I feel refreshed and ready for a new day.
Come, we've much to be getting on with. Ready to forge on?
Seeing the captain always makes me nervous.
I've been here so long, I almost forgot why I came.
This ox cart's bound. I'll need to see some coin before I let you...
Ox carts make for relatively safer travel.
Walking everywhere is certainly tiring.
It's this way.
We have found...
I've a knack for gathering items.
In another world, I learned that a forgotten rift stone lies nearby. Shall I escort you there, Master?
Freshly rested as we are, this battle ought to be in our favour. We must not let down our guard. I grant you roaring flame. That was well fought. There's no one standing who might say otherwise.
Well met. Have you any weapons for me? Good of you to go to the trouble. Many thanks. We'll gladly make use of what you've given us. I've you to thank for that. The lad's well eager, he is. He fears naught, and he follows my commands with nary a word of complaint. Soldiers like him boost the morale of all around them, His presence bodes well, and I've you to thank for it. There's just one problem. Seeing a lad so spirited, so foolhardy, makes me recall a time when I was much the same. Sets my blood to boiling, you see. Makes me yearn for a bout with a skilled combatant. Need I explain further? I test my steel against yours. What say you? Care to spar with me? Glad to hear it. Think of it like a game. Whoever steps out first, loses. Seeing as you're no warrior, you do well to strike when I'm off balance. Let's begin. That was well fought. You're even stronger than I'd anticipated. I dare say I needed that. You've my thanks. I've ne'er met anyone like you. You've done more for me this past while than anyone I've known has e'er troubled to. A commendable sort you are. Would that I had some way to repay you for all the good you've done me.
Sir Baron, you must come, and quickly. A goblin pack has descended over by the rope bridge. We're in need of your aid.
My thanks for the report. I'll go at once. Goblins can be dastardly. We'll have need of capable fighters. The more, the better. I'd fain have you at my side, friend, if you'd be willing to join the fray. Wait! I here! Watch my back!
Besides, I'm nodding off where I stand.
It isn't easy keeping the pantry stocked these days.
I ought to be getting this done.
There's a ladder here. We ought to put it to good use.
You truly are formidable, Arisen.
Let my magic imbue your weapon with the fury of the elements. Ah, I'll take that. We might find a use for it.
What was that? Randall! What happened? Speak to me, lad!
Sir, we managed to fell the goblins, but then a Cyclops charged us out of nowhere, wounded and enraged. We stuck the beast with arrows till one of them pierced its eye. It fled, but I've no doubt 'twill return.
Never mind that, lad. You survived, and that's what counts. Let's get you back to the encampment, aye? Twould seem my days of peace are at an end. Do you recall the soldier we met on the road? He was rather badly injured in the goblin melee. They'll want me to take responsibility for that, I just know it. Shan't be long before I'm forced to resign from my post. I doubt such a thing would be asked of any human instructor. But I'm bestian, aren't I? There's no fighting it. But I'll be damned if I let the troops suffer on my account. In the time that remains to me, I'll get them trained up as best I can.
Vermin's treatment of beastrons is lamentable indeed.
How unfortunate.
This shan't go down.
Come to think of it, our ranks have gone unchanged for a while now. Our combined might is a force to be reckoned with. I say, we forge on together for as long as we may.
My knowledge from other worlds tells me that a forgotten riftstone lies near here. Shall I lead the way?